Coming to you live from Auckland, and I've got some epic content for you today. We're going to talk about extreme sports and meditation. Yes, extreme sports or meditation. How do they go together? Yeah, I know, it's a bit weird, isn't it? So let's talk about extreme sports. What are extreme sports? We love extreme sports. They are things like mountain biking, skydiving, jumping out of planes, doing crazy stuff. Why do we love them? Because it gives us that massive shot of adrenaline. Having that big fright, going, oh my goodness, what have I done? I love it. For me, mountain biking is the one that I choose. Racing down hills, going through Woodhill Forest, racing around those corners, coming up and doing this big jump and going, oh my goodness, what have I done? Can I land? And you're down and into the next thing and you've got to go to the next corner. One thing after other, it's just continuous. And what do? We don't slow down. We see how fast we can possibly go, how much risk we can take. How can I make it? Can I push it close to the edge? Can I keep it just in control? Why do we love it? Because it's just so exhilarating. Focusing on it, just making it through. I've got to look at every detail. I've got to look at what's going on. It is so much fun. Pushing our limits to our edge, having fun with it. I love extreme sports. What is your extreme sport? Comment below on this video. What is your favorite extreme sport? And it doesn't have to be totally extreme. It's just the one that pushes you to your edge. Now, what the heck has that got to do with meditation? When you are in that extreme sport, when you're racing, when I'm on my mountain bike, racing down a hill, focusing on what's going on, it is actually a meditative state. It's not your typical one. It's not the one, where people are sitting there going, I'm so relaxed. I am not in a Zen state, but I am in a meditative state. And when I understood this, it changed my meditation massively. I understood it. I got it. When you understand that meditation is just focusing on one thing, letting go of all those other thoughts, all those other experiences that are going on, things around you. Oh, I've got to go pick up the milk. Do I have to sort out something with a cat? I'm supposed to pick up the kids from school. When you're out there, you're racing over a big jump, going down the hill on the mountain bike. You're not thinking about any of that. Stuff it. My mind will remember that. I'm just focusing on one thing. And it's actually what meditation is all about. Letting go of all that other noise and putting all of our energy, all of our focus, all of our thoughts into just one thing. This is what I'm doing right now. This is what I'm doing. It is so powerful. And we practice it. Practice it over and over. I practice it through extreme sports. I also practice it through actually practicing meditation. So when you understand that, it makes so much more sense. Now I'll give you another analogy. What else is there? Another good analogy of meditation is actually imagining every single thought you have being like a car on a motorway. Now you imagine all those cars on the motorway rushing backwards and forwards, both directions. Thoughts going all through your head. Each thought is something you've got to do, something you've got to remember, something you've got to take action on. And when we try and get in that meditative state, I remember the first time I tried to do it, I was sitting there going, I've just got to let that go. I'll just try and remember that. It's like standing on the motorway, trying to stop all those thoughts. Okay, we'll try and stop those thoughts. We'll try and stop thinking about remembering the food for the groceries. Got to stop remembering about what I've got to do with the kids. I've got to stop remembering about all those sort of stuff. And it's like standing on this motorway with cars just pouring down towards you and you're trying to stop it. What you want to do is just walk off to the side of that motorway. Sit on a little rock and just observe it. All those things are coming into your head. Just imagine them passing back out again, letting that motorway just flow. Those thoughts in your head, they're still going to keep going round and round and circulating. You're not going to forget, but just letting them go, letting them pass on through, noticing it coming in one side and out the other, feeling really relaxed and focusing on just the one thing that you want to focus on. I remember my very first meditation class. I had a really good friend that took me along. Thank you, Jen, for taking me along. I went along to this meditation class and they said, relax. And I relaxed. And focus on your breath. And I focused on my breath. And would take you through and started talking through. And next thing they're saying, wake up. Sit up. And I had just gone to sleep through the entire class. I had slept through the entire class because I was putting so much of my energy into just thinking about everything, remembering everything, doing everything. And when I finally relaxed, my body just went to sleep. It's like, whew, I've got to do that. We put so much of our energy into all these things that we're trying to remember, all these things that we're trying to do, all these things that we're trying to keep track of or keep under control. It is exhausting. It takes so much out of us. And that's why meditation is so important. It's choosing to focus on doing one thing at one time and putting all of that energy into that one thing. Imagine what you can create when you put all of your thoughts, all of your energy, all of your purpose into one thing. It's like going to work. Instead of going, if you had all of your tasks for the day, trying to do everything at once, right? I have 10 things I'm going to do today. I'm going to do them all at once. You wouldn't do it, would you? You can't do it. You don't. You've only got two hands. You've got one pair of eyes. You don't do it. And yet we do it with our thoughts. It's applying the same principles. One thing, do it really well and get on to the next thing. So meditation is the practice of focusing on one thing, putting all of our energy, all of our thoughts into one thing that we're doing and letting go of everything else that's going on. The other thing that's really important about meditation is that it's dropping into our body. Rather than being up here with all this information flowing around our brains, in our conscious brains, sitting in our conscious mind, we're actually dropping into our body, into our gut instincts, into our heart, where we're actually feeling our truths. And as we do that, we feel what it is that is true to us, what is honest, what is really happening. We can reason all sorts of stuff up here, but your gut instinct is what we keep on coming back to. What is real, what feels real, it is what's real, it's what our truth is. Coming back to that is so important. So we do that by feeling into it, just dropping into our heart. Imagine instead of thinking from up here, actually literally, when you're sitting there, you're going, oh my goodness, there's so much going on. Imagine relaxing back and saying, what is my gut instinct telling me? Dropping to my heart. What does my heart tell me? What does my gut tell me? Feeling that feeling. And when we do that, we actually relax. We start breathing differently. We start doing things differently. We start focusing differently. And we start focusing on the truth, letting go of all that noise. That's all I'm going to go through today. That's already 7 minutes. I'm trying to keep these videos short, give you some really good information, give you some really good tips. Excuse me. So I would like you to go through and practice it today. Imagine just sitting there. Well, don't have to imagine. I want you to actually literally do it. Sit there, relax, close your eyes, and let everything go. Just imagine focusing on just one thing. And one thing only. They say focus on your breath. Your breath is a good one. It seems like a complete waste of time, but it's just practicing that focus. And then when you go into your job, focusing on one task, letting go of everything else, trusting, absolutely trusting that your mind will remember whatever it's trying to remember. Your mind is an amazing machine. It will just remember stuff. You're not going to forget it. You don't need to write it down. You don't need to distract yourself. Just stick to one thing, stick to it, and do it really well. Comment below your extreme sport. I want to see what it is. I want to know what it is. I love my mountain biking. I'd love to see what you guys are doing too. Have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you guys commenting and watching more of these videos. I hope you're getting massive value. If you've got any ideas of topics that you'd want me to talk about, tell you a bit more about, any questions, just comment below, send me a message, and I'll find a way of helping you, telling you what I know, giving you my opinion, sharing with you. Have a great day. See you guys soon.